evening, everyone. It is so great to see you all in the audience this evening. My name is Colleen McKinley, and I have the amazing privilege of being the director of the TRAC program. And I'd like to welcome you to our 2024 recognition ceremony. So tonight marks the 23rd recognition ceremony and our 24th year as a program. We're very excited to celebrate 25 years next year. Tonight we recognize our students' accomplishments with you and wish our graduates well as they continue their journey to becoming a teacher. Students, congratulations for choosing the noble profession of teaching. Our local classrooms, the state of California, and this nation need you desperately. And we enjoy tremendous support on this campus. You will not see a TRAC program quite like ours at any other community colleges, and a lot of that has to do with the supporters that you see behind me. So I'd like to introduce some special guests. And so first, our president and superintendent, Dr. Jose Fierro. We also have with us my boss, the Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Frank Mixon. We have a wonderful partnership with Cal State Long Beach, and this evening have the Associate Dean of the College of Education, Dr. Rebecca Bustamante. Our Dean of Health Occupations, which includes the Child Development Department, which many of our students are a part of, Dr. Elizabeth Riley. This program would not be possible without the original TRAC director, Sue Parsons, and she will Next to Sue is one of our alum that will be our keynote speaker this evening, David Delmedico. We have our Director of Public Relations and Communications, Chelsea Van Dornum. We have a new scholarship to give away this evening provided by Alpha Delta Kappa, and we have Dr. Laura Enriquez, Beth Morse, and Alec Anderson. The success of the TRAC program is due to many individuals, but in particular, it's my pleasure to work with a dedicated team who also serve on our leadership team. So here tonight, we also have our amazing counselors, Mia Sarah Walsh and Kevin Castillo. Also from our Child Development Program, Professor Dion Gibson, who is the Program Director. And 3 amazing professors, Chair Olga Andrade, Susan Radine, and Angie Beck. Jeff Bradbury is a chemistry professor on our leadership team. And then, last but not least, those of you that need a counseling appointment, Niley Duenas is instrumental in squeezing us into CD's counsel. So we have Niley. And of course, this evening wouldn't be possible without my educational partnerships and programs staff. First, Monica Castro and Angie Oliva, who are probably still in the lobby, have worked extremely hard to get ready for this evening. And Monica's here, Angie's here, they don't like them. We had a wonderful reception afterwards, and they were running around all day making sure that all of the details were special for you all this evening. We also have our full-time staff, Paul Blake, Alexa Filatov, and Janet Yanez here, as well as Joni Varela assisting throughout the evening, and a host of hourlies that are in the TRAC program and help to bring all of the details together this evening. So there are many other VIPs in the audience as well. We have partners from the Center for Collaborative Education, our pathway partners from local schools. I see our high school teachers that do dual enrollment, Our foundation specialist is here. And then I just want to give a special shout out to the mentors who work with our students. We have several mentors that I've run into in the lobby, and thank you so much for your dedication to our students and being here, as well as many of the professors that have had our students in class. So again, welcome to the ceremony, and it is now my pleasure to introduce our president and superintendent, Dr. Charles.
Thank you, Pauline. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Sounds better. Good evening, my name is Jose Fierro, President Superintendent of Cerritos College, and it's my honor to be with you this evening. I'd like to welcome you to the 23rd graduating class of the TRAC program at Cerritos College. On behalf of Cerritos College, for the trustees, for faculty, staff, administrators, students, and everyone in the Cerritos College community, I would like to welcome you and congratulate our graduates. Today we're celebrating the achievements of our students, and we have students that have been part of 3 distinct tracks in our teacher preparation program: early childhood, elementary, and secondary education. If you know a little bit about our school district, you know that we are very connected to all our feeding schools and all our feeding districts. And these connections has allowed Teacher Track to grow and to grow tremendously over the last 24 years. And as Colleen mentioned, we'll be celebrating our 25th anniversary next year. But it's not just about the time that we have been together, but the partnerships that we have been able to build. Because of those partnerships, we have a large number of current teachers in our district being graduates of our Teacher Track program. And some of those teachers have left the classroom and gotten into administrative positions and are now assistant principals, and beyond. What this has allowed to do is create additional partnerships in which our students, or current students, one, are placed within our local districts, and two, are mentored by current teachers, so they know what it's like to be a teacher. The incredible part about these is that over 25% of our current mentors are Cerritos College graduates and graduates of our Teacher Track program. So our students are not getting mentorship from teachers who are very successful in their field, but from mentors who have been where you are today. Mentors that know the community, mentors that know what it takes to make it in the classroom, and mentors that have the best interests of our community and your interests at heart. That's why this program is so important. What we have found is that when we invest in our teacher preparation program, we invest in our communities. Because our students tend to stay within our communities. And when our students stay within our communities, they become representative of those of who we serve. And when you see someone that represents you in the classroom, or in the administration, or at the district office, you feel that that person is invested in you, and in return, you invest more on them. And what we all want is our communities to grow together. Among our students, we have students that have been part of the U.S. Department of Education grant program. This program is a program that allows the students to work with a mentor. It's the students who are above and beyond in their career exploration and will be honored with a special medallion to recognize their achievement. You should give them a big round of applause. Some of you may know that I like to run and bike and so on and so forth. And I see what you're doing similar to when you're training for a race. Right? One day you get the crazy idea that you're going to run a half marathon or a marathon, even if you do it that one time. But you have to figure out how to actually do it. And the day that you start thinking about how to do it, that day, obviously, you're going to have to start running. And that first mile always is so hard that you feel like, this is not for me, maybe I just won't do it. Similar than when you took your first class, when you started your first semester. This is difficult. I don't want to read that much. I don't really like this professor. I don't know if I want to be a teacher. But the next day you show up, and rather than doing 1 mile, you're doing 1.5 miles. And that first mile seems a little easier, but the half mile is what it seems difficult this time. A few more readings, a few more worksheets, and now I have to go to do the teaching experience, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to put up with those kids. But you do that extra half a mile, and the next mile, and the next thing you know, you're like halfway down to your half a marathon, like 6.5 miles into it. And every time you run the first 5 or 6 miles, you feel good because you've done it before. But it's not easy. It's still just as hard, but you learn how to do it. And as you do it, it becomes easier to do, not because the task is easier, but because you got better at it. Same thing. Now you're at this 6-mile marker of your race. You are halfway to your education, halfway to becoming a teacher. When you look back, when you started was hard. And that first semester, you're like, that's complicated. But now that first semester seems easy compared to the one you just finished. But remember, every single mile was the same exact thing. Just a little longer than the one before, but just the same effort. Now that you're going to transfer to your receiving institution, the second part of that half marathon is the same as the first one that you just ran. And it may feel a little harder when you get to that mile 7, but it's not a big deal. You already know how to do 6. Why not 1 more? And believe me when I tell you that when you cross that finish line, you'll be tired. You'll probably say, I won't do this again. But you will feel an incredible amount of satisfaction and sense of accomplishment. And it is what you're feeling today. And that feeling is going to get bigger and bigger when you complete your teaching credential program and you make it to the classroom. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Thank you, Dr. Piero, and we are really fortunate to have a president that values education. In fact, other colleges constantly reach out to have him speak because of how he champions future teachers. We do have a board meeting this evening, so on top of that, he made time to come, so we really appreciate it and understand that you might have to sneak out of here. So, students and families, I hope you enjoyed the slideshow as you entered the theater this evening. I think we had a little bit of a technical difficulty with it, but it is one of the new traditions that came from the pandemic and when we had to do our virtual ceremonies. But it's been something that we have kept because it's captured each of our graduating classes. And what we do now is make a collage, and by we I mean Angie, who I introduced earlier, makes a collage that we will feature you for the next year on our website. We also have a canvas that's printed, and now we have a historical wall in our center. And it is just so wonderful to look at the diversity within our program, the faces of the students, and what I would love to do one day is to have everyone come back and kind of retake pictures of where they are now and capture those stories. So thank you, students, for providing all of that information, and please enjoy representing our program throughout the next year. I consider students in the teacher track program amongst the best in the college. As a collective, future teachers are a tremendous group of individuals to work with. And so I would be remiss if I didn't thank the family and friends that are here today because you trusted Cerritos College and for your student, and you gave us some amazing individuals. So students, why don't we just take a moment to recognize your families and your friends. So now before we bring the graduates up, I want to give you a little bit of history. TRAC graduated its first class in 2001, which included 12 individuals that would become future elementary teachers, administrators. We even have a board member amongst the alum. As Dr. Firo mentioned, throughout the years, our students have not only persisted in the classroom, but have gone on to be leaders within the educational industry. This evening, we have 4 pathways. All of our students are within 3 of those pathways. We have a network of over 200 TK to 12th grade teachers that support. We place students in ABC Unified, Bellflower Unified, Downey, and North Lamarada Unified School Districts. We've gone from 12 graduates that first year to 70 this year. And many of our students have worked full or part-time while in college. Many are re-entry students. Several are raising families. It's really amazing to serve this community, and we're so happy to be celebrating with you this evening. One of the ways that we honor our graduates is by presenting them with a golden apple. And so we're going to be doing that now. The golden apple is a tradition here in TRAC. In fact, David I mentioned he was an alum, and he was talking about how that is prominently in his living room, I think you said. And I love that. The idea, I think, too, is that you all can have it in your classroom. We hope that it's something that you carry with you throughout your career so that you can remember this program and how we prepared you to be the teacher that you will become. So at this time, we are going to have you come up as we practice. And I'm going to ask our child development professors and counseling team to help us distribute the apples. Realize I cannot see around the corner. All right, first, Ashley Rodriguez. John Hammonds. Tony Barnes. Jorge Diaz. Isa Dominguez. Jasmine Aragon Mansour. Nayeli Romero Lopez. Anna Arevila Pina. Angela Rose Erling. Samantha Rashawn. Natalie Avila. Rosie Monterosso. Keely Escarcega. Reagan Hilton. Erica Quesada. Angela Fernandez. Diana Bonilla. Adriana Ceja Carrillo. Alisa Gonzalez. Jasmine Godinez. Kimberly Carrillo Navarro. Anna Molestina. Sarielis Alvarez Martinez. Tulia Gonzalez. Christina Menivar. Alessandra Ray. Alina Welker. Caroline Rangel. Dulce Garcia. Araceli Talavera. Susana Solano. Jacqueline Mendez. Aranelli Andiano. Areli Andiano. Guillermo Rodriguez. And Valerie Castillo. Okay, as our students make their way back to their seats and our VIPs make it back to their seats as well, we're going to transition to a really exciting part of our program, which is the scholarship portion. We had many students that applied this year and all were worthy. The students this evening that are going to be receiving scholarships do not know that they have been selected. And so students, we're going to be saying something about each one of you, but you won't know it is you until the end. You may start to recognize some things. And so that's a little game you can play as we're doing that. But once you hear your name, if you are receiving a scholarship, you're going to come back up on stage just like you did when you received your apple. We have 7 scholarships to give away this evening, totaling $13,500. One of the most amazing things about TRAC is the incredible network that has been mentioned this evening, and we have a number of alumni that donate to the program, and so you will hear tonight where the scholarship funds came from, and they include alumni, teachers in the local community, and a campus leader that provided the support to start the program in the first place. All right, so let's get started. We have a new award this evening that will be presented by Beth Morse, the scholarship chair of Alpha Delta Kappa. We have enjoyed a long-standing relationship with Cal State Long Beach, and Dr. Laura Enriquez, who is here this evening, has been a long-time partner and worked to have our students be included in their scholarships. So I'd like to welcome Beth Morse to the podium.
Thank you, Colleen. As Colleen just mentioned, Laura, and I'm here also with Ella Anderson, and I represent the local chapter of a scholarship committee for a national women's honorary educational organization called ADK. We're a group of educators and former educators who hope to encourage students to go into the field of education. Traditionally, we've offered student scholarships for future teachers in the Long Beach area. Every year we support students at Cal State Long Beach and at Long Beach City College. This year, though, our chapter voted to expand our reach. We selected to add Cerritos Community College because of your excellent teacher track preparation program. Zeta chapter of ADK is proud to offer our first ever Cerritos Community College scholarship to Guillermo Rodriguez Sotomayor. While studying, your academic achievements, maintaining a perfect GPA, and your dedication to your own young boys stood out to our committee. In your application essay, you stated, "I aspire to inspire my students, foster their love of learning, and empower them to achieve their highest goals and dreams." We know you're going to be a wonderful teacher. Congratulations.
We will now award the Erudicio scholarships to two deserving graduates. Our teacher track students' motivation, dedication, and resilience have inspired many individuals. 18 years ago, retired earth science professor and member of the teacher track leadership team for many years, Dr. Kent Colbath, and his late wife, Mrs. Jill Colbath, announced that they started a teacher track fund to be used annually for scholarships, and the Erudicio scholarship was established. Erudicio means the quality of having or showing great knowledge or learning, scholarship. This is very fitting for the two individuals who will be receiving $1,000 this evening. Here to award these scholarships are our teacher track counselors themselves, Mia Sarah Walsh and Kevin Castillo. Mia Sarah, will you?
Good evening, everyone. So this Erudicio scholarship recipient knew she wanted to become a teacher because of the great support system she had growing up. With this support system, she was able to work through her own challenges as a student and realize her potential. As a teacher, she would like to help her students know they are capable, never alone, and will always have support. Having graduated from high school during the pandemic, she was uncertain about what college would bring. Fortunately, she discovered the Teacher Track program, which offered her additional guidance, support, and a family away from home. There were times when she considered changing her major, but a big part of why she did not was because of the support of her counselor, Kevin Castillo, her friends, and also in remembering how important the role of a teacher is. Working with students during her fieldwork solidified her commitment to the profession. Her mentor noted, her compassion and intellectual curiosity will make her a phenomenal educator. At this time, I'd like to congratulate the first Erudicio Scholarship recipient headed to CSULB this fall, Miss Angela Early.
good afternoon, buenas tardes, everyone. All right, so the second recipient of the Erudicio Scholarship is passionate about inclusion. So she noted in her scholarship application that an important part of succeeding in the classroom is feeling included. How can we expect children to succeed when they don't see representation for their identities in the classroom? As a future teacher, she would like to make sure to change these types of environments, particularly for our undocumented students. The Cerritos College staff member that wrote a letter of recommendation for her said that she is one of the most active and community-driven individuals on campus. Despite notable challenges, she has managed to uphold an impressive GPA and commit to multiple leadership roles. This student seeks to further their knowledge around important social issues and embrace adversity as a conduit for growth and strength. This student is driven by will and aims to conquer any obstacles. And this student is also heading to Cal State Long Beach this fall. So can we just give a round of applause for Sylvia Orozco? So then let's give up congratulations.
Thank you, Mia, Sarah, and Kevin. Our next scholarship is the Esther Espinosa Scholarship, was established by the Espinosa family in memory of their mother and grandmother, a longtime educator in the Norwalk La Mirada Unified School District. We are grateful that the Espinosa family honors Esther's memory by annually awarding a scholarship. This year, the family decided to award 2 scholarships in the amount of $1,500. The Espinosa family was unable to be here, so I am honored to present one of the scholarships, and then Professor Dion Gibson will award the second scholarship. So, the first recipient of the Esther Espinosa Scholarship knew that she wanted to be a teacher in the 4th grade. She had an amazing experience with her teacher and loved going to school every day. He made learning fun and encouraged her to do well. As a college student, she now understands more about why those moments were special. A child's development is crucial in having role models that can motivate them to do their best. She wants to become a role model to her future students and be someone they look back on when thinking about their favorite teachers, just as she does with her 4th grade teacher now. She participated in the Teacher TRAC mentor program for 2 years, and in her observations and fieldwork learned to work with difficult behaviors and set a positive classroom environment. Her mentor noted that she is energetic, enthusiastic, and motivated to learn. Students enjoy working with her, and she has a disposition and propensity to be an excellent educator. While in Teacher TRAC, she worked full-time as a TK aide and was still able to complete her degree in 2 years. She was accepted to every school she applied for, but she chose Cal State Fullerton in the fall. Her mentor is here this evening, Renee Kaluka, and I would like to congratulate Keely Escarcega. Professor Gibson, it's your turn.
Hello, everyone. The student's dream of becoming a teacher began while she was working at an after-school program for at-risk students with literacy challenges. She worked with one student in particular for 8 months and was able to witness his academic and personal growth. She wants to be a teacher to make an impact on students especially those who come from low-income backgrounds. She has taken advantage of many opportunities in Teacher Track, including the Summer STEM program. She also worked as a TA in her former elementary school, which solidified that teaching is the right choice for her. The teacher that she's an assistant for said that she has shown tremendous potential and dedication in helping students become readers, writers, and mathematicians. She has shown an endless amount of kindness and patience and has contributed to their development growth by molding each lesson to meet their needs. She reassures each student to make them confident and happy learners. She is headed to Cal State Dominguez Hills in the fall. Congratulations to Erica Casada.
This year, we will also be awarding a special secondary scholarship in the amount of $2,500 from the Teacher Track program to a well-deserving student. Here to present the scholarship is Professor Jeff Bradbury, member of the Teacher Track leadership team and chemistry professor.
Hello. Tonight we're fortunate to award a future science teacher with the Teacher Track Secondary Scholarship, and we need more science teachers in high school and junior high and Teacher Track, don't we? This student is a first-generation college student whose first language was not English. Her journey as English as a second language student was tough. Transitioning from speaking Spanish to only English was a struggle and a skill she had to learn to adjust to. It took time, determination, and hard work. She says that she couldn't have done it without the support of her teachers. Having teachers with the same background as her was inspiring, so she now also wants to represent her community in her future classroom. During her time in Teacher Track, she participated in the Teacher Track Mentor Program. The program allowed her to explore STEM education through workshops as well as working with a mentor and success coach. Ultimately, she served as an ambassador for the program. In that role, she was able to work to help others overcome their educational barriers and be the best version of themselves. Her mentor described her as hardworking, optimistic, confident, and is excellent working with students, both independently and in groups. It's particularly meaningful for me to be presenting this student with a scholarship because I was her mentor's mentor. And she was a student herself in the Teacher Track program and in my chemistry class. Wendy Toro, are you here tonight? Yay, Wendy. Out of our Tuca High School, just got your own master's degree at ASU last week. But our recipient is heading to the University of Texas, El Paso in the fall. Congratulations to Alessandra Ray.
Thank you, Professor Bradbury. Does that make you like the grand mentor? I'm going to start calling you the grand mentor. Our next scholarship is the Founders Scholarship, and is established by the founding director of the Teacher Track program, Ms. Sue Parsons. Sue is still deeply committed to the Teacher Track program. I cannot thank her enough for the passion that she poured not only into the program, but is pouring into the program, continuing into her retirement. So this next scholarship is in honor and memory of her mother, Annabelle Parsons Radcliffe, and Sue will tell you a little bit about her now.
Good evening. What a privilege it is to be here this evening, and my sincere congratulations to all of the graduates. A little bit about my mother. My mother was a huge advocate for education. She passed away a couple years ago. A little about her. She began her college education at Long Beach City College. My father was in the service and they had to move out of state, so she discontinued her degree, but don't worry, she re-enrolled 35 years later at Cerritos College. I have two older brothers, and my mom was always active in PTA growing up. She also worked in the lunchroom and on the playground. She assisted the district psychologist with parenting workshops at Long Beach Unified School District. And while I was going through her stuff, I found her career technical education teaching certificate. So she also had a certificate. During her lifetime, she assisted with schools attending musical concerts and also helped bring music programs into the schools. Through her church, she taught various ages of Sunday school. She also oversaw many projects that benefited local inner city school children. My mom was a reentry student. After my father passed away, she went back to work and enrolled at Cerritos College. She first took some medical technology classes to help her at work in the medical insurance business. Then she continued with additional courses such as history, philosophy, and world religions. She had a true love for learning. I'm proud to provide a $2,500 scholarship this evening. Now, a little bit about our recipient. This student wants to be a teacher because she truly believes she has the love, patience, and stamina to complete this goal. It was becoming a mom of two children that showed her how important teachers are. As her son was beginning his journey at school, she had the opportunity to become a volunteer. Through that experience, she decided to go back to school. She learned about the Teacher Track program in her child development class. And I lost my place with that. And after joining Teacher Track, she participated in the mentor program, workshops, conferences, and other professional development opportunities. This year, she experienced personal tragedy with the loss of her brother, and by completing her transfer degree, she honors him. Her mentor taught her that we never stop learning, and learning is a cycle through life that goes on infinitely. So she continues to pursue her dream and will be attending Cal State Long Beach in the fall. As a teacher, she wants to make a difference in her community and inspire others to learn and teach. She currently works as a bilingual instructional aide in a kindergarten classroom and aspires to be an example to all of her students that they can face any challenge and pursue a college degree. Congratulations to the Founders Scholarship recipient, Dulce Garcia Maya.
Thank you, Sue. And we've made it to our final scholarship. So in little bit of history here as well. In the spring of 1999, Dr. Fred Gaskin, Cerritos College president, and Dr. Robert Maxson, president of Cal State Long Beach, formally began a partnership that launched TRAC. When Dr. Gaskin left Cerritos College, many community members and colleagues wanted to give him a gift. He insisted that in lieu of gifts, money could be donated to our foundation to begin a TRAC annual scholarship. Dr. Gaskin has continued to this day to be a generous supporter of the TRAC program, allowing us to not only continue this annual award, but provide other supports as well. This year's Dr. Fred Gaskin Scholarship is in the amount of $2,500, and I am pleased to introduce the 2021 Gaskin Scholarship recipient and our keynote speaker this evening, Mr. David Delmenico.
I'm sure I have to roll it down. Good evening. The 2024 recipient of the TRAC Fred Gaskin Scholarship desires to positively impact the lives of young people, helping them develop their academic, social, and emotional potential at crucial stages of their education. To him, being a teacher means not only teaching content, but also being a mentor, role model, and support for students in their educational and personal journey. As the father of a child with Down syndrome, the importance of teachers has hit him on a personal level. He attributes much of his son's growth and achievements to the teachers in his life. Being the parent of a disabled child has given him insight about service and the importance of the profession. He currently works for the Downey Unified School District as a classroom assistant in classrooms ranging from elementary school to high school. He noted in his application that TRAC has been crucial in solidifying his goals by providing a deeper understanding of pedagogy, the psychology of child development, and effective teaching strategies. Through rigorous coursework, growth workshops, and mentoring opportunities with experienced educators, he has gained the skills and knowledge necessary to be an effective and compassionate teacher. It is not easy to divide time between being a parent of two, working, and going to school. This individual was able to do it and maintain an impressive 4.0 GPA. He is headed to CSULA in the fall. Congratulations to the 2024 Fred Gaskin Scholarship recipient, Guillermo Rodriguez Sotomayor.
So, Guillermo, I'm not going to send you back because I have more news. So, in addition to the $500 that was awarded by our ADK partners, and the $2,500 that you are receiving as the Gaskin Scholarship recipient, I'm excited to announce that the College of Education at Cal State Long Beach is graciously adding an additional $1,000. So, you will receive $4,000 in total this evening. Dr. Bustamante. So, no, she's not going anywhere. I thought maybe go somewhere. So, here this evening to provide the scholarship and remarks, and to also welcome the students that will be coming to Cal State Long Beach in the fall, is our longtime supporter, Dr. Rebecca Bustamante.
Good evening and buenas tardes. Many greetings to everyone from the College of Education at Cal State University, Long Beach. I'd like to extend my congratulations to all the graduates and to welcome those of you that will be coming to Cal State Long Beach to continue your studies. Can you raise your hand if you are planning to continue your studies? Yay! Okay. I look forward to seeing you all there. So at Cal State Long Beach, we prepare the largest number of credentialed teachers to serve the PK-12 students in Southern California schools. And at CSULB, we really pride ourselves on our commitment to excellence in the practice of urban education. The teachers that leave our college report that they feel extremely well prepared and that they're inspired to empower the future generation in culturally responsive and sustaining and caring ways. They shape future leaders and change makers to take on the challenges of our current world. So our motto in the College of Education that you could start to practice, you're going to be there, is go beach, go teach, go lead. Okay, and we have it on our t-shirts, and you'll see it all over the place when you get to the College of Education. So it's my honor and privilege to be here and to present the other half, the match of the Fred Gaskin Scholarship to surely a promising future educator and who I'm sure will continue this legacy as an educator and change maker. So I also want to thank all the families and please continue to support these educators and the students that they serve. It's really essential. It's a tough world and it's a noble profession that requires community and support. And so thank you, and thank you to all the families. Mil gracias, and go Beach.
Thank you, Dr. Bustamante. So at this time, I'm thrilled to reintroduce David Delmedico, who will be sharing some insights with our students. He was in your seat, and actually not in your seat because he graduated during the pandemic when our ceremony was virtual. And when I asked if he would be willing to speak this evening, he embraced it and is going to share some insights with you now that he is finishing his student teaching this week and will be graduating on Sunday at Angel Stadium from Cal State Long Beach's program. Take it away, David.
Well, first and foremost, let's hear it one more time for our 2024 graduates. Let me be the first to say that you could not have picked a better profession to go into, nor could you have picked a better college to start your educational journey. You have all done such a phenomenal job to be sitting here at this point, ready to take the next step in your educational journey. When I first joined Cerritos College back when dinosaurs roamed the earth in 2019, I somewhat knew that I wanted to be an educator, but I didn't fully embrace the idea of being an educator until I joined the Teacher Track program. You all have received, in my humble opinion, some of the most expert and relevant learning related to education, and it is going to help you so much as you take your next step and transfer to your four-year universities. I wish that I could say that everywhere is equally as awesome as Cerritos College, but no matter where you go and what you do, Cerritos College has given you the tools you need to be the best educators that you can be. A few tips of advice that I will give to you as you take your next steps is to retain the autonomy and advocacy that you have gained over your educational trajectory. The advisors here at Cerritos College are truly the best, and I know that they have spoken to you about what comes next, The mindfulness habits they have taught you will come in handy when you go to places that may have a more laid-back approach. Another thing that I would advise is to start thinking about scaffolding your benchmark assessments as you finish your degree and transition towards student teaching. So start thinking and researching things like LECA, Cal TPA, and CSEP, so that you're all prepared and ready to knock them out of the park before they pile on at the end. And I know you guys will do a fantastic job if you're sitting here in this room right now. Just as a bit of a shameless plug here, if you're going to Cal State Long Beach, let me advocate for the ITEP program. As an ITEP student, you get the CSET weight, which is a very big deal and a huge time saver. And one last thing I would advise is in regards to your placement. Wherever you are placed in your new placements when you go to whatever four-year university you're going to, stay with your mentor teacher if you have a good relationship. So most of your education classes will only ask you to put in 10 or so hours. You can stay longer, and I encourage you to do so. Exposure and experience are your two best friends to continue to be an awesome teacher. Stay and volunteer if you can. Continue to build a good relationship with your mentor teacher. I guarantee you it will 100% help make student teaching much more easier and a rewarding experience. But whatever you do, no matter where you go, no matter where you teach, you all are going to be the next wave of fantastic educators in this wonderful state of California. I wish you luck and nothing but good things as you take on the world.
Thank you, David. I want to share a little thing about his, I don't know, you probably can't see what's on his tie, but he has a sloth on his tie, and I love sloths. But what he shared with me as we were talking about participating this evening is that he wears a different fun tie for his third graders to see every day, and it's become a thing. So like when he arrived today, I was like, oh, what tie are you going to have? So as a thank you, I bought David a Lego tie as well as a donut tie for his future. I think he has 2 more days left of student teaching. So there you go. You don't even have to pick out your outfit. Okay, so we are already at the end of our recognition ceremony, and Teacher Track students, I want to once again recognize you for your hard work and thank you for allowing us to assist you in your journey to becoming a teacher. I have already been in this business 30 years, which is really crazy to think about, and I continue to be inspired by you and would never change anything. If I had to go back and do it all again, I would do it all in education once again. I want to thank all of my colleagues up here this evening, and of course my team. Sarah, thank you for taking the pictures this evening as well. And families, I'm going to ask that you exit before the graduates because we are going to take a special picture with them that I promise we will provide you. And we have a wonderful reception with goodies from Tropicana Bakery, which is Monica says is better than Bordeaux's, so you will be the judge. So again, families, if you would exit the theater before your students, I promise they will come out. And then students, I'll give you directions once we go. So families, friends, thank you for attending this evening, and congratulations, graduates. Don't you go away.